Do you have some of these? Or maybe some of these that you'd like to turn into digital images? Well, I've got a ton of these. And I was given them quite a number of years ago by my mother to digitize. Now, at that time I had a really cheap plastic thing that you would attach to a webcam that would take a picture, and they were terrible, and I just couldn't follow through with the process. So I have let them sit for a long time. But now I don't have to do that anymore. I have gone out and bought one of these. This is the Wolverine film to digital converter. Supports 8 different types of film types, and we're going to check it out and see how it does. I'm pretty excited because I have a lot of slides, and I would love to surprise my mother on Mother's Day with a nice slideshow of these old slides. So that's what we're going to do. Don't tell, it's a surprise. Okay? Alright, well, let's unbox this and figure out how it works. I'm excited. Alright, well, so just really quickly to note the types of film it converts. It converts 135 negative and slides. So these are film sizes. So 135 negatives and slides, 127 negatives and slides, 126 negatives and slides, 110 negatives and slides, 8mm and Super 8mm film, APS negative, and library film. Most of these I don't know what they are. I just know I have these, and I want them to be images, digital images. So we're gonna check this out. I think it's pretty slick. I think it's designed to have like a quick load kind of mentality where it's like just a few seconds per picture, so you can process these through pretty quickly. So let's get in here. Check this out. Okay, on top we have a manual. And everything in it is bubble wrapped pretty well. So what you have is the base unit. And then you have slide adapters for the different sizes that will be able to be pushed through the system. So go ahead and get into this. Alright, so the unit comes actually in 2 different colors. It comes in black and in yellow. I chose black. And this is it. I'm going to go ahead and finish unpacking all of this stuff, and then we will read the instructions, because you know that's how I am. Alright, so we've got a USB to USB-C adapter. And a plug. Yeah, and here's all the adapter types. So, whoa. Stuff flying everywhere. This says this side up. This looks like it's film. Very small, 8mm film probably. I'm sure. 8mm Super 8 insert. Alright, that's what that is. 110 insert. So this is the old cartridge 110 film. It's nice that they have written on them what they are. 110 slide insert. Negative adapter. and the slide adapter. Alright, so we're going to go through the instructions now. I don't think it has any power to it. I got plugs so I can plug stuff in. But, oh, what's this? I think this is like a little handle with a little bit of foam on the end, or maybe some felt. Cleaning brush. This is the cleaning brush. Okay, very nice. Okay, it's got a nice plastic protection film over the screen. And we have buttons. We have power, convert mode, OK, left and right. Okay, so these are the slides we're working with. These are your standard slides. I'm not going to get, I'm wanting to get ahead of the game. I have to control my patience here. This is just such a cool thing. I don't want to get ahead of myself. So let's read the instructions. Okay, I'm going to pause this and I'm going to come back. Okay, I have now read the instructions and I am an expert on the operation of this device. But we're going to work our way through it. So there's a few things that are interesting. I want to note it does go through some warnings, like don't throw this on the ground, and don't get it wet, and don't unplug it while it's converting data. Things like that. No big whoop. First things we do is attach power. Now this can be powered not only from the computer, but it can also be powered from just a standard socket, as we saw with the adapter. On the back here we have, can you see it? There we go. HDMI. You can actually run this directly to your TV for output if you want to like display this. It has a standard SD card port. But it will take a micro SD as well. You just have to use the adapter. And it also, this is important, says you cannot use more than a 32 gig card with this. Now, I will be using a card later because my only 32 gig card I have is in one of these cameras. So I'll have to wait till after I'm done filming and I can reuse that card. But it's got enough onboard storage to do about 30 or 40 pictures, so we'll be able to run this through our process. So we've got the USB port, we've got the SD port, and we've got the HDMI port here on this. Now the sides, this is where the adapter goes in for some of these. Now some of these may go in the front, but the slide adapter we're using for the 35 millimeters, this one, it's nice. It's got arrows. You really can't mess this up if you look at the instructions. So what we do is we slide this adapter in, okay, and it locks into place. And then all you do is start feeding slides in. You put one in, and then use the next one to push this one into place, and then you just keep feeding slides until you are finished doing what you're going to be doing. So you just stick them in there. Now, one of the things I noticed that was kind of cool on this particular slide, this, and maybe this will be the same on a lot of these, but the date on this, May 1961. So I wasn't even born yet when this slide was made, and it probably hasn't been seen in 35 years. So I'm about to bring these back to life, and I'm really happy about that. I'm excited to share these with my mom. I think she's going to love it, and it's going to be great to see these old images again. Alright, that being said, we are going to go ahead and power this up, and we'll go through some of the functions on the panel here. Okay. Just right in that USB port there. Turned it the correct way, of course. Yeah, let that sucker in. Alright, let's see what what happens on first power up. Nothing! Nothing happened because there's a power button. We're going to push that power button. You're going to share this moment with me. Alright, first thing it asks you for is film type. Now there's a whole chart in the instructions on selecting film type. See that? You see that? Can you see that? I don't expect you to read it. But it tells you how to select the film type. Now these are 35mm slides, so what you do is you push the left and right arrows and then press OK, which is here. So right now I don't know what the film type is. What does it say? Oh, language. Okay, we're going to press OK to enter that. Slide positive, color negative, movie positive, black and white. So we're going to go with slide positive. That's what these are. Okay. Now it's asking what size slides. So these are, I think these are 135. We're going to find out. All right, so we picked 135. So as I said, the next thing it says, use select your memory. Either have a SD card inserted, or just use onboard memory. We're just going to use the onboard memory. Okay. If you do put a card in, it's probably going to want you to format and mode selection. It has 7 modes, and we've already picked film type, so we can go back to mode. Okay. So 7 modes. You have the film type. You can delete all. You can convert, and that's what we're going to be doing soon. You can play back, USB upload. That's the thing, you can't, this is one of the things about this device. It doesn't connect to your computer and operate and save directly to your computer. You can only save it on the local onboard storage. And at that point, I would just take the SD card out and, put it in my SD reader. But if you did it to the onboard storage, you would have to connect it and move it. But this will not communicate directly to a computer. Okay? Okay, so we're not doing USB upload. Language. You have 2 language options. You have English and Japanese. And film types, and we're already there. Well, so let us attempt to convert something. I'm a little nervous about this. Not for any particular reason. All right, we're going to put the first slide in. Oh, you see it starting to appear? And we're going to put the second slide in. This one is also May of 61. Oh, and they have numbers on them too, so I didn't know that old slides did this, but they've got number orders along with the dates, so we'll be able to actually put these in an order. So that's very exciting as well. And there we have the first picture. Not seen for probably 40 years. So when I save these, I think I'm going to do them in batches of dates. That way I can track them properly and keep them together properly. Okay, well, let's convert it. All right, so I hit convert, and I made sure that the save button, the save icon was highlighted, and I'm saying okay. And it's saving. And it's done. That's it. That's all there is to it. I now have a digital image. Now, there are instructions on how to use the system to do post conversion corrections. I've got, as most of us do, software that I can use that I'm very familiar with, that I'll just use that. So what I'll probably do is take this in its raw form and just upload it as it is, and then I will go through and do any correction and manipulation using my software. But that is it. That's all there is to this. It's very simple. There's a few things that would make it a little nicer. It would be nice if it communicated directly to the computer and wrote directly there. But that's not a major terrible thing. It's not a big deal. But I'm excited at how quickly I think I'm going to be able to get through these and process them and I think they're going to look pretty good. So be looking in the not too distant future, maybe around Mother's Day coming up, for a slideshow of these I'm going to put together for my mom. And I'll share them with you just because, you know, I don't know. It's something to do. Anyway, there you go. The Wolverine F2D Titan film to digital converter. Looks kind of cool. Pretty excited. All right. Hope you enjoyed your time here. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye now.
Y en ese mismo instante dejamos de vivir.